Hey guys, thanks for stopping by Any Old Thing. Today we are going to be doing grilled fish tacos. Most people do them fried. We're going to do a grilled fish taco, much more healthy version. So stick around, we'll see you in just a second.
Any old thing to get to you, any old thing will do. Any old thing will do to get to you. Any old thing will do.
Alright guys, in this grilled fish taco, pretty much any kind of white fish, depends on what your local store will have. Unfortunately, we could only get tilapia. However, tilapia is a pretty good fish. I mean, I've enjoyed it very well, and we're going to marinate it, and we're going to make this thing fantastic. So, I've got two fillets here of tilapia. Mahi is probably what most people would use and think is probably the better of them all. But this tilapia works just fine. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a lime in half. I'm going to squeeze it, the whole lime, well that's half. I'm going to do another half over here in any kind of container. I'm using this. We're going to hopefully let this thing marinate for as long, just as long as we're doing. You can marinate it all day, for hours, whatever. I mean, we did it the other night, probably marinated for a total of 30 minutes. Now, you can, we're going to come with 3 tablespoons of olive oil, and it's almost spring outside, so our windows are open. I'm going to stir this up, whisk this up just a little bit. Now, if you're grilling on a grill, which we're not going to do tonight, but if you were going to grill this on a grill, you could just take the whole fillet, stick it in here, and let it marinate for a little while before you put your rub on it. Because once I get this marinated, I'm going to also make a rub. We're going to stick that rub in there. I like to chop mine up. I'm going to chop mine up because I want that rub to be all over this thing. So we're going to go ahead and cut it up in small bits, just as if we were going to be able to put it onto a taco. Now, you can make these bits as small or as big as you want. Alright, so I'm going to stick this fish in here. I'm going to rub it around, basically lime and olive oil. I just want this to get in here really nice. I'm going to throw it in the fridge, cover it, throw it in the fridge. Alright guys, I got my fish in here. It's been in here about 15 minutes. Again, it's up to you. You put the lime in there a little bit, get a little bit of acidity against it so it'll kind of break through the skin. And we've got a rub here. We have 3 teaspoons of chili powder, a teaspoon of cumin, teaspoon of onion powder, teaspoon of garlic powder, and salt and pepper to taste. It's up to you with the salt and pepper. I'm just going to pour it in there, as you can see, right on top of it. Then we're just going to use clean hands, and we're just going to get this all over till it's pasty. Get it over every little piece of fish that you can, all around it, all sides. Again, if you're going to grill this, you would just, do the kind of same thing, but you would have just a full fillet of the fish. So I've got this all on here. While I'm finishing up my pico, I want this to sit. I want this to get in here probably for another 15-30 minutes max total. I mean, I think 15 is fine. We're going to grill this up. We're going to make some tacos. Now to the next step of this, what we're going to do is we're going to do a little pico. I basically got 3 Roma tomatoes, half of a red onion, 1, it's a pretty nice size, jalapeno, fresh, balsamic vinaigrette, which is a little different than most people, but I like a little balsamic and a little red wine in mine. And here's my cabbage. I just got some already cut up. You can get your own cabbage, slice it up however you want to, but this is already pretty nice here. So the first thing I want to do is get these tomatoes cut up. Now, I want to de-seed these tomatoes. I don't want there to be any seeds in here with these tomatoes. I don't want this pico. I don't want it to be very juicy per se. I want I want it to be somewhat of a dry. Got my, you can look at the tomatoes, there's not a whole lot of juice in there. Got them nicely finely diced. We got some jalapenos. I left the seeds on with these jalapenos. So that's one full jalapeno, rather large. Again, I left the seeds on it because I like the heat. You take the seeds out, you're going to get a lot less heat on that jalapeno. Fresh jalapenos are funny in that you really never know what you're getting involved in. So we had about a half an onion. We're going to stick that in there. Then I'm going to go with some balsamic vinaigrette. Listen, it's up to you. You see that? That's how much I'm putting in there. I have no idea. Because I may put in a little bit later, I may not. We're going to go with some red wine vinaigrette. That's it, right there. Now, I'm going to bring over this cabbage. We're going to stir this all together. We want to break up the onion as best we can that was in here. I'm telling you what, this is some good stuff. Now, again, I'm going to probably salt and pepper to taste. Alright guys, we got the pico done. We got it like we liked it. I probably put a little bit more red wine in there. Again, I don't want this to be too juicy because I'm going to be adding it to the tacos. So, we have our trusty Cuisinart griddle. And I've got it on about 400, got it going pretty warm. And I'm just going to drop the fish on here. Does not take long to cook any fish, obviously. I like doing this on this griddle with the chunks much better than I would on a grill because it'd be kind of hard to manage on that grill. I can drop this thing on top of it and we're good to go. You can cook it in a frying pan if you wanted to, however you want to cook it. Jules just looked at me and said, I can't wait to eat this meal. We had it the other night and she just loved it. Alright, so I'm going to close this up, let this cook for a couple minutes. We're going to pull it off, we're going to make a taco. See you in a second. Alright guys, pretty sure we got this fish good and done here. Kind of sticks to the top a little bit. I'm just going to bowl it up. Make my taco out of here. It's got some nice, good looking grilled pieces of fish. It's simple as making you a small taco with this. Get some based on the bottom, however much you want. That looks like plenty to me. Slide over here. Get this pico with the cabbage on there. And then a little bit of ranch. And I mean, I don't put a lot. This is a pretty healthy dish and you don't need the ranch. I just put a little bit of ranch on there for some taste. Now it's time to give it a shot. It's a good looking taco. That's the best fish taco I've ever had, personally. So, thanks for stopping by Any Old Thing. We're going to sit down and have us some tacos. See you next time.